Hello everybody, and thank you for joining my presentation today on how you can create differentiation through digitally transformed customer journeys. Today's presentation will be a Mitel My Contact Center portfolio update. My name is Matthew Clare and I'm the Director of Contact Center Solutions at Mitel. First I want to say, I was really looking forward to being in Sweden with you all today, but alas, the global pandemic has me presenting remotely. What we're going to talk to at a very high level today is we'll open with some of the market trends that are ultimately driving the product and portfolio strategy for contact center and customer experience at Mitel. From there, we'll talk about what the exact portfolio strategy and vision is, what some of our priorities have been over the last year and moving into the coming years. And then we'll take a high level look at the portfolio and some of the product positioning within the portfolio. And then finally, the things that I think everybody's most excited to hear. What's new? What have we put out recently within the My Contact Center portfolio? And then, of course, most importantly, what's next in terms of product roadmap and new capabilities you'll be able to look to this year. So let's open by talking a little bit about some of the market trends that are actually guiding our strategy. And if you've been following Mitel for several years, or you've been in the contact center customer experience industry for some time, you will have absolutely seen some charts like this in the past. But the trend does not change. The reality is over the last 2 decades, we've moved from really voice-based customer interactions to multi-channel customer interactions, really as users were becoming more mobile with their smartphones in their pockets and working remotely on laptops, for example. You started to see different modes of customer inquiries coming into the business, whether that's through email, chat, SMS type experiences. From there, the market and the industry really moved towards cross-channel. The idea with cross-channel is you started to see some of the silos break down between the various channels. So the exact same types of experiences that you could provide on phone in the cross-channel world, you started being able to see similar experiences across some of those various multi-channel type capabilities. So a great example of this is chatbot type functionality, where now chatbots is kind of the new IVR for text-based messaging and text-based media types. And then finally, the world that we live in today, which is a very omni-channel connected world. The reality is most businesses today are differentiating based on the level and quality of customer experience they can provide. I like to say that every company in the world has a competitor, and your competitor is going to provide similar products to you. So your options are one of 2 things: race to the bottom and compete on price, or really differentiate on the quality of customer experience you're able to provide. In order to do that, the world's really taken, as part of this evolution to omni-channel, we've evolved from a call center type environment to a contact center type environment to what's now being referred to globally as the customer experience center. And the idea about the customer experience center is that everyone in the business is actually involved in contributing to the quality of interactions and customer experiences that the business or organization can provide. And in order to do that, you really need to put the customer in the center of your business. And in this omni-channel connected world, there's a lot more importance on things like customer relationship, CRM type integrations, customer history, being able to see that connected customer journey across all different types of dates, times, media types, etc. Whether that's an email, a chat, an SMS, a social media message, a social media post, being able to actually see that cradle to grave customer experience from end to end. So in the omni-channel world, an interaction isn't really defined in the way that it used to be, which was, a call would ring and a call would hang up. once the interaction was complete, and that was a case closed type interaction. In the omni-channel world, it's all about actually understanding and being able to see and report on the customer journey from cradle to grave, so from true problem to resolution. So maybe a customer calls you on Monday, customer gets logs a support ticket. The business has to go follow up on that support ticket over the following days. On Wednesday, the customer gets an email back from the business with some steps on how to troubleshoot. On Thursday, the customer responds to that email saying that they've solved their customer problem. This is a true omni-channel customer journey. Again, really focused on multiple media types, multiple dates and times, and truly understanding that end-to-end customer interaction. The next big focus that we've seen in the market around customer experience is really extensibility. And extensibility is really about several things. Some of these are packaged integrations really being a focus. So things like Salesforce and Microsoft Dynamics integrations, for example, being really key for many of our customers around the world. But ultimately having a very open API-centric platform that allows our customers or our resellers to really infinitely extend the potential of the contact center throughout the business. And this is all about ensuring that we as a technology provider can help you as customers actually, never force you to rip and replace the business processes, the tools, and the various technologies you use in your business today that are working well for you. This is all about wrapping our contact center solutions around those solutions and products that you have in your various customer workflows today that do work well for you, and ensuring that really we're not forcing a new way of work upon our customers, rather helping our customers work more efficiently and more effectively with the solutions they have. So over the last few years, with our My Contact Center business and enterprise solutions, you would have seen a lot of innovation around REST API toolkits and software development kits, really designed to ensure that whatever that existing system you have working at the bottom layer, whether it's your CRM, your ERP, maybe it's a healthcare application, maybe you work in community housing and you have housing applications or HR applications that you want to be able to hook into as part of your customer journey and that customer experience, and using our open extensible APIs to actually power those great customer experiences, leveraging the other tools within your workflow. And then finally, from a kind of market trend perspective, obviously a lot of excitement in the industry around AI, and we'll talk a little bit later on in the presentation about what Mitel's done with AI in the last little while. You have analyst firms like Gartner reporting that 85% of relationships starting now in 2020 will be managed without a human, and that's really being driven by more conversational, more natural bot and virtual agent type experiences. Another thing that's really driving the rise of AI is the complexity that agents face in order to do their jobs. So some great research done by Aberdeen over the last few years, a research house, that shows that agents typically use 3 or more screens to do their jobs, and as a result of that, they spend 14% of their time during a shift just looking for answers to questions. So really, AI is not just about replacing humans. It's definitely about human assist and leveraging AI in an effort to make agents actually more intelligent in how they respond. And when we talk about AI, it always boils down to this golden question, which is, will bots actually replace customer experiences and customer experience agents? And the answer is no, but it's also yes. So AI and self-service can absolutely do a great job with typical generalist type experiences, things that are easy to script. The reality is there's always going to be edge cases, and AI is not necessarily defined to support those edge cases very well. It's gotten better over the time, but there will always be an edge case. Maybe a customer has a thick accent. Maybe the AI hasn't been programmed to actually understand some of the keywords that the customer is using, etc. So the reality is that this is not about human replacement. It's all about human assist. So in this environment, your contact center really becomes an exception handling center, where your subject matter experts are expected to deliver answers. Again, the reality is most customers will take the approach where they'll try to serve themselves, answer questions on their own, and when they need to talk to a live person via any of the various channels, that live person is expected to be a subject matter expert. And to really highlight that AI experience and potential, I did want to highlight a recent case study that Mitel has conducted with one of our customers in the United Kingdom called North Yorkshire County Council. They historically have been a long-standing Mitel customer. They've been running their internal service desk with My Contact Center Business for some time. And really, with a very small number of agents, they handle, many interactions for thousands of users within that city council. So what we've actually implemented with them over the last year is Mitel's My Contact Center Business integration with Google Cloud Contact Center AI, where they're actually leveraging the virtual agent technology, which many of you would think of as an AI bot, and some of our agent assist technology to really change the way that their constituents and their users are actually interacting with the contact center environment. As a result of that, they've seen a huge pivot to self-service. So employees within the city council are getting immediate responses to questions, whether that's a chat or a live agent. Ultimately, those agents are freed to focus on more complex service requests. If you think about what an internal service desk does at the end of the day, they're not only answering inquiries from the employees they serve, but they're also doing a variety of technical work, right? Replacing batteries, replacing laptops, etc., etc. So this really ensures that for kind of the mundane, repeatable interactions, I forgot my password, what's the Wi-Fi password, etc. They can really automate those interactions efficiently and effectively, and ultimately ensure that any IT equipment requests are replaced and addressed more rapidly by that IT service desk. So very powerful solution. That we've started to roll out with them and our Google Contact Center AI integration. Now that we've talked about the market portfolio and what's driving our vision, let's talk a little bit about the portfolio strategy. Ultimately, it starts with powering great customer experience solutions for Mitel platform customers, making those as easy to add on as possible, and really helping the businesses that we serve transition from voice-centric call center environments to digitally enabled omnichannel contact center or customer experience centers. As you'll see when we talk about what's new, big focus the last year at Mitel in my team in the contact center portfolio around advanced AI integrations. And then, of course, making sure that if the AI cannot answer an inquiry, always having that ability to seamlessly pivot and escalate to a live care experience with an actual agent in the contact center. We also talk about leading the digital transformation of customer engagement. And if you think about some of the emerging brands out there that have really taken the world by storm, companies like Uber, companies like Airbnb, those are really organizations that think mobile first and have kind of changed the way that we as customers think about customer experience. I don't know if anyone's ever had to contact Uber for support, but it's a very in-app experience, very seamless, very usable, and it's almost like you don't even think of it as calling into a contact center in the way you traditionally would. So there's been a big focus on helping our customers think like these digitally transformed industry leaders who are really changing the way that we think about customer experience. We also talk about seamlessly connecting digital tools. I talked about the drive towards API-enabled technology. So organizations can really seamlessly extend their contact center functionality into the other workflows in the organization. And then finally, at Mitel, we've always been focused on best path to the future. And that's been done through, traditionally making sure that our on-site solutions are the same solutions we can offer in cloud type environments. But over the last few years, there has been a pivot to CloudLink-based applications, as you probably will hear through other kind of recurring sessions throughout this event. Almost all of the application enhancements that we put out last year were CloudLink-based, surely all of the major ones. And this is really taking a different approach to cloud, leveraging true public cloud solutions. So neither Mitel or our customers or our resellers need to be in the business of managing data center technology. You can stand on the shoulder of giants like Google and Amazon and Azure to actually support those public cloud reliability, scalability, and availability. And what that means from a roadmap priorities perspective is really that, you'll see a big focus on public cloud deployment, security, and availability, and we'll talk about the detailed roadmap later, but some of the work that we've been doing with MyCloud Flex, moving to operating on the GCP platform, some of the roadmap work for MyVoice MX1 and MyContaktCenter Enterprise, moving to support Microsoft Azure deployments, has been a big focus. You'll also see a focus on bringing together the UC contact center and workforce optimization products more seamlessly, really trying to get to the vision of delivering a seamless UC and contact center experience to all of our customers. You will see a focus on scaling up our MyContaktCenter Business SIP solution that's used to support a variety of different telephony platforms and call managers at Mitel. And then finally, refreshing our supervisor and reporting interfaces, making them more modern, scalable, cloud-based. If you think of how some of the kind of emerging business intelligence and business analytics tools work, like Looker, for example, really getting to that very customizable, very web application-driven analytics type solution for the contact center. And then finally, we have been building out CloudLink. So we have started to, as with MyContaktCenter Business, roll out our new Contact Center Messenger application. That will be extended through this year to support SMS and social-based medias as well through integrations with several providers. We did launch, as you'll hear in some subsequent slides, our Google Contact Center AI and machine learning integration. And then in the longer term vision, you will see us look to rely on CloudLink to deliver some next generation workflow and admin capabilities as well. So when we talk about the portfolio, I really wanted to focus on the three kind of core pieces that we really serve your market with. MyContaktCenter Business, obviously emerging in some of the Nordic regions in Europe, relatively new player, initially designed for the MyVoice Business platform. Although over the last few years, we extended this to really be the base of our MyCloud Flex contact center solution. We've introduced this platform as well on MyVoice Office 400, the MyVoice Office 5000, and just recently, late last year, on the MyVoice Connect platform. And finally, today is probably the first time that we will announce that we are working on a solution for MyContaktCenter Business to actually interop with the MyVoice MX1 platform as well. We'll talk about that in the roadmap section in a few slides. Again, this is really our flagship single instance on-site and private cloud contact center platform. It does enable fully AI-enabled self-service, omni-channel type interactions across inbound, outbound self-serve medias, and a very high level of customization from an API extensibility perspective. Then, of course, the product that most of you will likely be familiar with, which is MyContaktCenter Enterprise. This is tightly integrated with our Mitel UC platforms, the MyVoice MX1, MyCloud Office, or the Telepo offering, as well as a third-party Cisco Call Manager as well. It's really our larger enterprise, highly scalable, highly resilient, highly available platform for really that end-to-end customer experience management, as well as offering kind of unique agent attendant functionality that is becoming quite popular in some of the European markets. It's really designed to offer an open ecosystem to our customers. From a kind of plug and play extensibility perspective with key integrations that we have on that product, all the way to offering that full robust API toolkit that's ultimately designed for larger scale customers to really extend that system into the workflows in their organizations. And then finally, Mitel's just launched a workforce optimization portfolio last year. This is tightly integrated with all of our UC platforms today. So the MyVoice Business, MyCloud Flex, MyVoice 5000, and MyVoice MX1. And this is really designed as our go-forward call recording platform of choice, recording not just calls, but all interactions, providing coaching and e-learning tools, speech analytics, as well as workforce management capabilities to our customers. So from a kind of customer fit, My Contact Center Business, again, really playing primarily in the SMB to mid-market space, where customers need enterprise-grade contact center functionality like AI, self-service, omnichannel, social media, etc. Primary use cases for My Contact Center Business historically have been in the healthcare, community banking, local government, hospitality, retail, and education spaces. My Contact Center Enterprise, obviously, offering some of the similar functionality in terms of what My Contact Center Business can provide, uniquely providing that attendant agent type experience that allows your employees to actually handle both operator or attendant conversations as well as the contact center or queued customer interactions. And then the major differentiator here is the ability to support thousands and thousands of agents and users on the My Contact Center Enterprise platform. So again, it's really focused at the mid-market to large enterprise customer base that really requires an added level of customization and integration. From a use case perspective, again, kind of runs the similar markets that Mitel sees often, but has a very nice foothold in large enterprise, government, banking, and finance, for example. And then finally, workforce optimization. So there's really three primary use cases for customers here. The first is compliance, whether that's legal regulations or regional regulations that requires interactions to be recorded and archived. The second is around contact center, so actually optimizing those customer experiences to enhance service quality and increase productivity. And then finally, for public safety, so leveraging the interaction recording capabilities to protect people, protect property, ultimately provide organizations with the ability to reconstruct incidents and provide optimal responses in the events of an emergency. So a big focus on customer experience as a use case, compliance and security, and finally public safety. And of course, a contact center is only ever going to be as good as the integrations around it. So I did want to put up this. We've done integrations with all of these vendors around the world from a CRM perspective, workforce optimization perspective, service management, video, co-browsing, social media, either social media platform or social media messaging, outbound dialing, AI, speech services in the IVR, all the way down to real-time dashboarding at the bottom. So these are all trusted Mitel partners that we've worked with and performed integrations with on our various platforms over the years. So let's talk for a couple minutes about what's new. As I mentioned, a big push last year with My Contact Center Business was around the new Contact Center Messenger application. This is our public cloud-based web chat solution designed for rich self-service and live-assisted interactions. It's also our initial generally available release supporting Google's Contact Center AI integration. From the Contact Center AI integration perspective, there's really three core components to that integration. The first is the virtual agent, which empowers customers to self-serve using a very conversational, intelligent chatbot, leveraging Google's best in practice natural language processing capabilities to identify customer intents and automatically respond with really precise accuracy. As I mentioned, of course, the million-dollar question is what happens when the bot can't answer a customer inquiry. So it also provides us the ability to seamlessly pivot those AI virtual agent conversations to a live agent-assisted conversation. And this gets us to the middle category here. Agent Assist is all about the AI actually staying in the conversation after it's escalated to an agent, so the AI can whisper coach agents in real time. And this is the true power of AI, where it's not just a human replacement for self-services capabilities, but this is actually using AI to make your agents more efficient and more effective. And then finally, the AI analytics piece, which is all around machine learning capabilities. So actually leveraging that natural language processing to identify the reasons that your customers are contacting you, providing trend analysis, providing areas of improvement. Maybe you've missed certain customer intents that the bot cannot answer on the behalf of, and ultimately using those analytics to continuously improve your customer experience. So why should you all as customers be excited about Contact Center Messenger? Ultimately, this allows for our most advanced and sophisticated web chat messaging today to be leveraged by both cloud and on-site customers. Does deliver compelling new functionality like file sharing in that web chat experience, as well as the integrations into the virtual agent and agent assist. And as a result of this being delivered from the public cloud, it's really seamlessly changes the deployment and configuration options that have been provided historically through our legacy chat solutions at Mitel. So really exciting recent release in the portfolio. Next up, let's talk a little bit about workforce optimization. Again, this is something that we've really announced as our go-forward, Mitel Workforce Optimization being our go-forward interaction recording solution at Mitel, offering the quality management capabilities, storage, playback of call recordings, the ability to tag call recordings for coaching purposes and e-learning so agents can go back, listen to how they could have performed better. Providing scorecarding capabilities, and most importantly, providing things that Mitel historically hasn't had with our homegrown call recorder, which is a true highly available call recording solution that also provides really deep speech analytics capabilities as well. So again, why should everybody be excited about Mitel's workforce optimization solution that it was recently launched? It's really delivering excellent value with no stranded investment. So we have announced recently a migration program for customers on our MyVoice call recording platform that want to move to this new workforce optimization solution with Mitel interaction recording capabilities. Leveraging this solution will help you increase employee productivity, really help your agents or your employees find inefficiencies, teaching them, correcting them. It allows you to use the voice of the customer to find deficiencies within your contact center type environments and increase service quality. And then, finally, from the interaction recording perspective, really gives you peace of mind when it comes to compliance. Being able to securely store all those interactions for whatever amount of time you may need to do that for compliance purposes, and ultimately giving you peace of mind. And then finally, I did want to call out, we did just recently, in the last month, launch My Contact Center Enterprise 9.4. This is the first introduction of Omnichannel Capabilities, otherwise known as Customer Journey 360 on this chart. Introducing a new customer contact list and database, which is an entirely searchable directory within the web agent interface. Allowing your agents to actually seamlessly pivot from one media type to another. So really powerful solution there in the new Omnichannel capability. From a agent attendant perspective, we have done some further integration with Telepo as a platform for improved line state and presence, as well as some improved and flexible searching provided to that attendant agent. So they can more efficiently do their jobs. And then the final, really around technology, supporting more robust, more redundant, more high scale and load balanced applications within the My Contact Center enterprise space. So why should you be excited about My Contact Center Enterprise 9.4? Again, that consolidated customer history of all interactions and media types is now presented at every customer interaction, allowing your agents to perform their jobs more efficiently. Provides that searchable customer directory and history across all media types, so giving you that complete view of cradle to grave customer journey, as well as the ability for agents to now seamlessly pivot interactions from one media type to another while maintaining customer context. So for example, if I'm an agent, I get a phone call, I need to send maybe a customer receipt or a bill of some sort, I can do that all without ever actually leaving the original context of the initial interaction. And then from a reporting perspective, I can see those kind of interactions linked together at the customer level to truly understand that customer's journey. Another big focus with 9.4 is obviously improving the enterprise class application level high availability, security, and scalability. So for the larger enterprise customers where downtime is an absolute critical impact on their business, ensuring that our customers can operate in really highly available, highly resilient environments. And then finally, that enhanced attendant agent experience, now supporting call qualification codes, now supporting attendant agent SMS functionality, and ultimately letting your frontline employees who are potentially answering as operators or attendants, as well as contact center agents, do their jobs more efficiently and more effectively. So finally, I wanted to close off with a little bit of a view of what's next. So at a very high level, My Contact Center business is currently working on a release 9.3, targeting the June timeframe. We will look to kind of start the refresh of our reporting as part of this solution. So we now have a consolidated report stream within that solution, as well as a data dictionary to allow customers to take our data and build custom reports and third-party analytics tools, for example. My Contact Center Business Release 9.3 will also be the first release supported on MyVoice MX1. We'll talk about that on the next slide. There's no changes coming in the roadmap for My Contact Center Enterprise, as you can see. But we wanted to make sure that MyVoice MX1 customers who are looking to leverage some of the emerging technology like Contact Center Messenger and Contact Center AI had the ability to actually leverage those. So for customers where My Contact Center Business on MX1 is a good fit, we will support those customers with the solution. And for customers who require, maybe larger scale My Contact Center Enterprise type functionality, and however wanted to take advantage of the AI, we will look to support customers in a hybrid type environment. Where you could use a My Contact Center Business IVR in conjunction with My Contact Center Enterprise, or leverage Contact Center Messenger and some of the Omnichannel capabilities of My Contact Center Business as part of My Contact Center Enterprise as well. We just talked through the My Contact Center Enterprise 9.4 release, so I won't repeat any of that. From a Mitel workforce optimization perspective, some things relevant to your markets is the introduction of GCP support. So being able to actually operate Mitel's interaction recorder within the Google Cloud Platform environment. You will also see some enhancements around SIP trunk call recording becoming available, as well as some subscription parts and pricing becoming available. And then in the second half of this year, you will see from a My Contact Center Business perspective, the next releases will be focused primarily around modernizing the analytics solution even further. So adopting that kind of modern BI or analytics type web-based interfaces for dashboarding and reporting. You will see a big focus on embedding some of the new cloud-enabled UC capabilities directly within the web agent application. So really bringing in chat and collaboration, for example, a unified directory, as well as a soft phone. and then really bringing up our scale and resiliency on the SIP-based My Contact Center business version that supports the MX1, the 400, the 5000, and Connect platforms to bring it more up to par with larger enterprise customers. And then My Contact Center Enterprise, of course, we are just starting to work on a release 9.5 now. This is really focused around Azure at this point in time, supporting deployment of My Contact Center Enterprise within Azure as a deployment environment, supporting Azure Active Directory and single sign-on capabilities. And then from a Mitel workforce optimization perspective, in the second half of the year, you will see us address our final platforms, My Voice Connect, as well as some deeper integration with My Contact Center Business. So really starting to do more recording and analytics and quality management type functions around some of My Contact Center Business's omnichannel capabilities. So with that, I did just want to speak to my contact center business on MX1 before I close today. As I mentioned, this is really being positioned based on customer needs moving forward. So if a customer requires things like Contact Center Messenger, if a customer requires AI, whether that's in a chatbot or in the IVR, and MX1 is a platform, these customers will now have this choice. The most important thing to note here is there is no plans to end of life My Contact Center Enterprise. That product will live on for many, many years. We are not replacing anything here. We are not forcing any customer migrations. This is simply an option for customers who are looking to take some of that new AI-enabled functionality, and that customer happens to be running on the MX1. Finally, this is kind of an optional hybrid deployment option as well. So you can leverage some of the new innovations of My Contact Center Business in a mixed environment with My Contact Center Enterprise using standalone IVR or multi-channel, omni-channel type deployments in conjunction with your existing environment. So all great things to look forward to this year, but I did want to make sure that everybody is aware that there is no plans to end of life My Contact Center Enterprise. This is just a new option for customers who are looking for some additional AI-enabled sophistication. With that, my presentation for the day is done. If you have any questions, again, I'm really sorry I couldn't be there today, but I'm not allowed to leave my house, let alone the country. So it was unfortunate the way things worked out because I was looking forward to being in Sweden with you all. But if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. My email address is matthew.clare@mitel.com, and enjoy the rest of the event, and everybody stay safe out there. Thank you.